everyone, I hope you are doing well. We are doing well here. Originally I was like, you know what, I'm not going to make a video today. I've already updated, it'll be okay. But with some of the things that some people have shared or commented, I feel that it's appropriate for us to, or for me to make this video and to kind of put some things in perspective from our point of view. We have had a good day. School was canceled for today. Next week we are on spring break. The reason that school was canceled today was as a precaution, and all the schools in Davao and Manila and surrounding areas have been canceled. We've been asked not to travel out of Davao at this time, and we have no desire to, and we don't need to. With that being said, yes, we're still hoping that we can visit the States this summer, but let's put it in perspective. That is still 73 days away. Okay? We still have 73 days before we would get on a plane. So, for my sake and Dan's sake, we're trying not to think about it too much. Yes, I'm super excited to see my family and really hoping that it'll work out, but I'm also trying to remember that everything is in God's hands, everything is in His timing, and maybe the Lord has different plans. And as much as I don't want things to change, like, it's important to be open to whatever He desires and whatever He has for us. So I'm trying to just turn it over to the Lord and pray and to stay focused on Him. Thomas's school is canceled for next week, and I think I said that in the last video. We're on spring break, and so, I mean, at this point it's not a major issue here, and we're very thankful for that. It was crazy today at the malls. First, we had school open for 2 hours, just enough time for students to come and get their books and things, just not knowing after spring break what school will look like, what we needed to do, and so we wanted to make sure we were able to grab things just in case, and it gave the teachers time to put things in the grade book because grades are due today. Today is the end of the quarter. We only have one more quarter of school, and so it was just a time to finish up things and to reassure the students we're just doing this in case we have to go online. We're not for sure if that's what it'll look like at this point. For elementary, honestly, it's a little like, how's that gonna work? We don't know. But we know that the Lord's in control. We know that we can be flexible and figure things out, and yeah, it'll all work out. Is it ideal? No. But it has just been really nice to have a head of school that is on top of things, to have an executive team that is on top of things. Like, they have plans for meetings when they're going to figure things out. There's already plans to deep clean the campus and classrooms, and so it's really encouraging just how on top of things they are. So after we went to school this morning, I went with a group of ladies, a small group of ladies, like, in one vehicle, and we went to one of the cheaper malls and to the grocery store, and it was packed and it was crazy. I want to say I stood in line for a half hour to 45 minutes to check out, and I got things like some more snacks. I didn't have to get toilet paper or wipes or diapers or any of that because Thomas had speech this morning, since it was still a one-on-one situation and it wasn't like going to school. So when he had speech this morning, Dan went and he got toilet paper, wipes, diapers, just got a lot of ramen because that's, affordable and easy to cook, and he got some other things. And then there were some things that he wasn't able to get, so when I went with these ladies, I picked up some other things. I know that a lot of the snacks and things we picked up are not, the healthiest, or really healthy at all, but I think there also comes a time when you're in a situation where we're not in the country, we're in the city. Really, the only place that our kids have to play is our patio, and with being stuck inside a lot of times and just not being able to go to the park or not being able to go to the pool or whatever, it was nice to pick out some snacks that I know that they'll like, that I know that they'll enjoy. And in a difficult and challenging time, if there's some joy that we can bring to the situation, why not? And so stood in line for a really long time, got a hold of Dan. He picked me up from that grocery store in the mall, and then we went to another mall and had lunch, and then we went to the other mall's grocery store and got a couple of things that we hadn't gotten before. This was a little bit more of an expensive grocery store, a little bit more high-end, so the line was not as long, but it was just one of those things of, we're not so much getting stuff because we're panicking. I just don't know, if we'll be able to get out as much, how crazy traffic will be. We didn't go out and buy anything that we won't use, and so and we looked at it. We spent maybe $200 today, and a lot of times for the whole month we'll spend 400, maybe 500 max on groceries. And so Dan and I both looked at each other and we're like, well, we're not doing anything super extravagant, it's not like we're going to be able to go out and about during spring break and eat out and go to the beach and go to the pool and spend all this money and things. And so I just feel better, knowing that we've got things in the house that we might need, or, well, we'll need them eventually, whether we use them up in a short amount of time or a long amount of time, I don't know. And we're also trying to remember, it's not just Dan and me anymore. It's not just Dan, me, and Thomas. We also have the twins, and, trying to figure out and meet their needs. And I joke, but honestly, part of our goal with the twins is to get them to gain weight, to fatten them up, to help them to grow, and because they're tiny. And so we're really hoping that we can do that with the food and just always having something to offer them. We don't want them to ever feel like they're being denied food, because a lot of times in an orphanage you have to sit there and say, okay, we've got 40-50 kids and this is the amount of food we have. You have to spread it out, you have to ration it. And one of a really good thing about foster homes, and even more so adopting, is you get that child in your home and you don't have to do that anymore. So yeah, did we spend a little bit more money than I would have liked today? Yeah, but it was some comfort foods for Dan, me, Thomas, and the twins. And it's okay. I really appreciate, I posted a comment of, had to go out and get some groceries to make sure that we had what we needed and everything, and here's to praying we stay on budget. And then I said something else, and somebody commented, and she's like, I know that your goal is to get out of debt, I know that your goal is to stay on budget, but the Lord also knows that there's times when we've got things that we have to take care of, and that's the point of the Dave Ramsey plan of making sure that you start out with this emergency fund of $1,000, because who knows, what's gonna happen. And so yeah, we're still on track, and the Lord will take care of us, and the Lord will provide, and it's gonna work out. And I keep trusting Him for that. And yeah, I will say this though, like, we had all that and we're good, and then Dan's giving the twins a bath. He's the one that bathes the kids in the house, just because he does a really good job. And he was looking at the twin that has the issue behind her ear before, and he's like, I can't tell if it's coming back or if this is just a scar, or we're just wondering what we're dealing with. And so we're debating on, do we take her to ear, nose, and throat doctor again? And last time it ended up costing us, when we were all said and done, over maybe $140, which I know is not that much, but it's just like, all these little things add up. And so we're just praying about, okay, do we take her to the ear, nose, and throat doctor? Do we, just monitor it and pray that it'll go away, or what do we do? And she doesn't seem to be in any pain, so that's good. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's always something. And it's another great reminder of, that's why Dave Ramsey says, do your emergency fund first, and then take care of your debts, so that when you get that credit card paid off, you have that emergency fund to use, then you don't have to turn around and use the credit card. So anyways, we appreciate that you keep that one twin in your prayers. We appreciate just keeping our kids in your prayers, as we stay home and we don't have grandma's house to go to. We're not gonna be invited to friends' houses and stuff like that. So it's us, and that's okay. But I know it can also be challenging. I'm a major extrovert. I love to have people to talk to and things. Maybe that's why I make these videos. I don't know. But so I'm hoping that I can call my grandma and my grandpa and aunts and uncles, and just use this time to catch up with people on the phone and things like that. So anyways, have a great day. I hope that you know that no matter what happens, you are loved by us and the Lord especially, and we're gonna get through all this. So talk to you later. Bye. God bless.